next presenter, David K. Griffin, with his presentation, My Life in the Swamp. David.
I'm ready to go. So, have you ever had a dream that you acted on? Well, I have. I had a dream that I worked for art photographer Klein Butcher. So I got up in the morning, I drove over to his Venice gallery and studio. Hi, I'm David Griffin. I know this sounds crazy, but I had a dream that I worked here. Hello, do you have an appointment? No, I don't have an appointment, I have a dream. I explained that I was working for Weiland Galleries. I'm an art consultant. I train the gallery staff. I talk about my public art writing experience. I mentioned that I have a background in graphic design, marketing, and that I'm a fine artist. You see, they weren't looking to hire anyone. There were no help wanted signs out. We weren't advertising for a position. I just thought it would be a fun and cool place to work. I knew I had a lot to offer and could help, so, and I knew I could learn a lot from Klein. It was exciting, and what the heck, what could I lose? So imagine this, I'm standing in the lobby of this, this business, and I'm telling the receptionist about my Klein dream. And from the inner office, I could see someone moving closer to the door. It was Jackie, Clyde's daughter and business manager, basically a CEO. She invited me in. After an hour or so of me extolling my virtues, we were looking around the studio trying to decide where my desk would be. I was hired on the spot. 3 days later, I was on the road with Clyde. We were on the road to St. Augustine for an event that he was talking at. So we get to St. Augustine where we're greeted by the Camera Club organizers. They escort us to our lodging. It's a lovely B&B in an old Victorian home. I lay back up my four-posted bed and I thought, wow, this is 3 days after my dream. Here I am in St. Augustine. Somebody pinch me. So the next day we get ready for the event. We drive over to the venue, unload. Jackie and I set up the tables. We arranged the easels displaying Clyde's photography, and as I watch from the back of the room, this is on-the-job training. I'm learning as we go. The next event is at Selby Gardens Botanical. Just a week or so after returning from St. Augustine, this was the busy season, so we had things planned week after week. Clyde was in the gallery, had a reception. Jackie and I set the tables again. We greeted fans, and this is a ghost orchid flower that we saw on the last slide. So the next event was an opening at Clyde's Venice Gallery and Studio. I attended a couple of these events in the past and was super impressed. The highlight is his darkroom tours. So we get to My Life in the Swamp. Another open house is in store at the Big Cypress Gallery. Surrounded by over 1 million acres of wilderness. This is a magical place. We're greeted by the staff who live and work there, and places like no other I've ever seen. It was amazing, and now I understand where Clyde got all his inspiration from. So it was Valentine's Day in the swamp, and Jackie had planned a party. This would be a great time for me to bond with the staff. A film crew joined the celebration. Over the next few days, we would be filming for an upcoming PBS documentary. After the party, I take a walk around the grounds, and the stars shine like I've never seen before. The following day, I'm treated to a swamp walk. Like President Jimmy Carter and his wife Rosalind, I get to experience the magic of the swamp knee deep. And now, I'm not going to lie, this seemed very sketchy. I was very cautious entering the water, but our guide assured me I would be safe. Now, Clyde, of course, had been trekking through the swamp for years, and he was okay, so I would be too. This is an iconic image of Clyde in the pond next to the gallery. He's got his viewfinder camera, and he likes overcast days with long exposures so that you can see the movement in the photograph. So He first tried to photograph this pond on the Tamiami Trail. He was chased off by a gun-wielding wild man yelling, "Get off my property." Some years later, Clyde and Nikki bought the property, and Clyde was able to photograph the pond. I was soaking up this information as quickly as I could. After all, I was going to be representing Clyde's work. I would need to know all I could. Every photograph has a story. This one was taken while Clyde and Nikki were hiking the grassy plains of the preserve. Grassy plains in a swamp? What are those? Mounds, strands? Oh my, I have a lot to learn. This is one of Clyde's iconic images called Dunes. He photographed this in the Panhandle. He went every day for a week. It was overcast clouds, so he couldn't take the photograph. On the last day, before they were just about to leave, the sun popped out for a brief moment. He was able to get 2 pieces of film of this image. Like I said, this is his most popular one. My adventures continue throughout the season. After the Big Cypress Swamp Walk, we went to Fort Lauderdale for the opening of another gallery event. This is just 3 weeks after my dream. I'm in Fort Lauderdale. Okay, it was our off-season plans. We did all sorts of things for the following season, and I was tasked with designing one of Clyde's National Parks books. So, although Clyde is known as the Ansel Adams of the foot of the Everglades, he's also famous for these national parks projects. So, to bring it all home and to show Vermonters and the swamp and the mountains together, I'm presenting some recent designs that I did for Vermont posters. And lastly, here I am on the hammock in the Loose Screw Sanctuary. As I contemplate my good fortune, I am thankful that I literally followed my dream, the one that led me to the Loose Screw Sanctuary, Klein Butcher, and my life in the swamp. Thank you very much.